Welcome back to another episode of the Brighton Career Mode here on FC26, where today we have a decently big episode in the season. We're obviously in that January transfer window. Last episode we brought in Luis Openda on loan to kind of replace Costellas, who is not just only injured but has been lackluster. However, since Costellas actually getting injured, we had forced to bring Balogun into the starting lineup. He's been brilliant, so he's now the starting striker, keeping Luis Openda on the bench, at least for now. We'll see him play in today's episode as well. We sit first in the Premier League, 3 points ahead of Arsenal, 6 points ahead of Manchester City. We also having the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg to kick things off in today's episode against Nottingham Forest, so we'll go ahead and get through that. And then obviously in the Champions League, we are looking to finish in the top 8, but at the moment we currently sit in 9th. We are just 1 point outside the top 8. We have a massive game against PSG, who currently sits 6th. They're trying to win that game and kind of confirm their top 8. And then we have it closing out against Atalanta, who currently are looking to keep their place in at least the playoff rounds of the Champions League here. We have roughly 80 million. We have 80 million to spend if we really want to. I don't know if we really want to, but we do have Costellas coming back from injury, but he's going to look to be loaned out. And then we have Verbruggen coming back from injury, probably around possibly the PSG game, maybe just after the PSG game. So he should be back sometime this month as well. And there is Marks, the emergency youth player we generated to come into the squad. He's been loaned out for the season. We are going to simulate the first leg here against Nottingham Forest. If we don't make it through to the Carabao Cup final, it's not the end of the world, in all honesty. It's a penalty for Brighton, and De Kuiper is the one to step up and take it, interesting enough, and he puts it away, and Brighton have a lead, 1-0. And so we win the first leg, 1-0. Brighton versus Southampton, a 2-2 draw, which Matoma had a rescue. Nico Paz opened it up, Matoma closed it down. A 2-2 draw against Southampton is a little lackluster. And Costellas is gone. He has been loaned. Nope, no man, that's Rooney Barger. He's loaned out to IFK Varnarmo for 2 years. But Costellas should be next. Champions League night. League phase game number 7, and possibly one of the most important, following that draw against Genk, the 0-0 draw a couple episodes ago now, or even last episode. I don't really know when it was, to be completely honest. This is a must-win against Paris Saint-Germain, or a must-not lose. If we lose this game, our top 8 hopes aren't completely out the window, but they definitely are slimmer. Now, what I will say is we are almost pretty much guaranteed, and I'm pretty sure we are guaranteed, a top 4 or a playoff spot at the most here, or at the least, I should say. But we want top 8. We want to skip out on that. Vincent Kompany is the PSG manager. Arteta's at Bayern Munich. We had an early chance there. It was saved by my nan. It's Matoma on the corner. It's Martinez. No, it's Ethan Waneri. He'll be down to Nemecha. His shot is muffled and wide. Waneri crosses it in, back post. Matoma can't win the ball. Can Nemecha get to the second one? The answer is no, but it'll be clear to Anderson. Now Nico Paz. Back heels it for Anderson. Lays it off for Ethan Waneri. And Ethan Waneri into William Balogun, and that is football. Brighton Hove Albion 1, PSG 0. That might be my best goal, and that's definitely not my best goal. But it's one of my favorite tiki-taka style goals I've scored so far this cycle. In halftime, Brighton Hove Albion have a 1-0 lead. Matoma, Balogun, and that could be through here, but David Raum is there defending. David Raum looking to shrug him off. He can't do so. Hakimi's there as well, and Balogun had to force a shot. It was saved by Manan, cleared away by David Raum. Nemecha heads it down to Nico Paz, into Anderson. Anderson, Balogun over the top for Waneri. Is he onside? He is not. Couldn't get a shot off anyway. Dembele saved initially. Dembele not clear. Dembele, oh! Dembele missed a wide open hit. It was wide open. Anderson into Waneri, and Ethan Waneri. Can we score the second? They were so close. They should have that equalizer. It might have been a little bit of few gears of how they got the ball, but Dembele missed it at the end of the day. So Kvaratskhelia, Dembele 1-1. He won't miss that one. Knew it was going to happen before it went in. Nemecha Into Matoma. Matoma, Balogun on the ground. Heel spin off of Pacho. And Balogun can't get a shot off cleanly. Second ball and Florian Balogun has the lead again for Brighton. We get a little bit of fortune there, and we will absolutely take it. Vamos! And a bunch of subs, and in fact, his debut now, Luis Openda. He will get to see him for the first time, and he coming on for Florian Balogun. Rutter on for Paz. We have Rico Lewis coming on for Anderson at CDM. And Minta on for Wineri. I don't know if I did that sub. Did I do that sub? I did. Now Openda into Minta. And Minta now on the ball. And Minta using his pace and his fresh legs. Why is Luis Openda right there? Luis Openda, you should be striker. You should be in the middle of the box. Nemecha. Lewis over the top for Jorginho Rutter. Can he hit it down to Openda? He tried to. And that is full time. A massive, massive 3 points in the league phase. Brighton 2, PSG 1. And this is Kostelos going on loan, either Man United or Tottenham, and he chose Tottenham for 2 years. It'll just be for this season, and we'll reevaluate him come this summer. But Kostelos, hopefully you can grow. I thought he was going to be special, but you weren't. Arnu Martinez is not going to Arsenal. And so here's how things stand on the final game day of the league phase at the moment. That loss for PSG knocked them down all the way to 12th in the Champions League. They can still get into the top 8, and so can we. To confirm our top 8, it's a win. That is the only way we can 100% confirm that we get into the top 8 here is to win in this final game against Atalanta, who is all the way down in, where are they at? They're in 18th here. So they are they safe? 11 points. They are safe. So they have playoff football no matter what. 14 points. They theoretically can, theoretically, they could get into the spot there. They theoretically could. They would need 8th through 16th to all lose, which is physically not possible, I don't think. So let's get into it. It's Atalanta versus Brighton, and Mr. Verbruggen is back from injury. Welcome back to Verbruggen. Now, he does have the injury symbol, but we are still going to go ahead and start him here today. We are also going to go ahead and give Luis Openda the start in the Champions League here as well. Let's get into it. Let's get into the top 8 of the Champions League, and let's move on. Here we go. Closing up the Champions League phase here, hopefully, with a win. Free kick here, I don't know. Vlahovic! Oh my lord! And Dusan Vlahovic makes it 1-0 for Atalanta. Well then. Nico Paz. Into Luis Openda. And Luis Openda now. Luis Openda saved by Ederson. The rebound blocked by Cosano. Nico Paz. Luis Openda out wide for... I think that helps us out a little bit. Bayern Munich losing. Anderson winning the ball. Arnu finding Nemecha. Back to his Nico Paz. And Nico Paz laying it down for Ethan Wineri. Ethan Wineri crossing in. Back close to Luis Openda. He's never going to header over Hein or Cosano. Anderson. Openda. Nico Paz intercepted, but he'll get it back out wide. Ethan Wineri and Ethan Wineri. A little bit easier that one. He had some time to get into the box, and he'll draw level. It's 1-1.
Well, he just lacked composure there, didn't? And an opening. Oh, a goal! And is that the one that will get them through to the knockout stages? And a goal it is. Well, you can't switch off even for a fluke. Can he put it away? Well, still a threat. And a goal! It could be such an important one. Out to do. Make real chance. Oh, and a goal! My goodness! That's how quickly it's... And an opening. Oh, terrific goal! How about that? Absolutely magnificent.
I was muted. I don't know how much I was muted for. Hopefully not the winner for Brighton. I really hope I wasn't muted with the Balogun winner. Well, into the top 8 we go. We at least get to skip out in the playoffs. I don't know how long I was muted for. Fuck's sake. Final game of the episode, we are taking on Aston Villa, who are just 4 points behind us. So a massive win here could at least maybe see them off for a while. But Arsenal is also 4 points behind us, so they are keeping up on our tail as well. This title race, it's fluctuating. You might think you're pulling away 1 second, and then you get pulled back in after a draw.
The first kick of the first half.
Cuesta. He gets the ball early. Cross comes in. Van Hecke deals with it initially, but cleared away only to Morgan Rogers. Anderson wins the header. Can't win the second ball. Nico Paz could be our first player to 90 overall, by the way. He's 89 overall. And he's not on a development plan. Actually, nobody's on the... Actually, the only one on a development plan is Waneri. And maybe I think we put Balogun on one now as well. But we have no coaches, so they're just growing. Normal growth rate as well. Balogun, Ethan Waneri, ex-Arsenal still linking up together. That one can't connect fully. Anderson wins it back. He'll find Balogun. He'll lay it off for Waneri. And Nico Paz was making that run, but Waneri heavy touch.
Here's how Brighton Hove Albion line up.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough...
Domnia into Kirkes, and Kirkes saved by Verbruggen. Oh, but that slide tackle by Bossi's going to give him a penalty. It's a yellow card by the captain. Don't know why he's the captain. It sure should be Van Hecke. And a chance for them to take the lead here, and they will not. Verbruggen makes a save. He'll cover the rebound as well. So thankfully, something that didn't really need to be a penalty gets saved. So Bossi's mistake is covered up quickly, and Nico Paz now into Balogun. I thought he was wide open, to be quite honest. It looked like he was. Out wide for Waneri. Kirkes wins the initial ball. Cuesta, Van Hecke defending, not giving away a penalty, unlike unlike Bossi. Arnu, can you switch that over to Matoma? He's wide open, but that was not a good ball, to be completely honest. That one needed some venom, not some loftage. Anderson, and that one needed some venom as well. And the venom he got. Matoma now down the left-hand side. Serginho Dest trying to chase back. Serginho Dest did well. Balogun up in the air. Nico Paz on the touch, and Brighton Hove Albion 1, Aston Villa 0. A goal realistically out of nothing. And we will absolutely take it. Nico Paz giving us a massive, massive lead here against Villa.
Let's look at this again, because the transition when the ball changes hands is...
Balogun, Florian Balogun saved the rebound. Nico Paz was the onside. He was. Game over. Brighton 2, Aston Villa 0. Come on. And that is full time. A massive win over Aston Villa. Come on. We are going to simulate the second leg here against Nottingham Forest of the Carabao Cup semis.
Referee's whistle.
And 0-0 in the second leg means we are going to Wembley for the Carabao Cup final against either Chelsea or Aston Villa, and it will be against Chelsea. So Brighton versus Chelsea at Wembley for the Carabao Cup trophy. And so we end the episode in the week here in first. Once again, only one loss, which came against Nottingham Forest on assimilation. 4 points ahead of the Arsenal. Don't care about the rest. We are tight with Arsenal. That is kind of where our title race is at the moment. It's Arsenal, at least for now. We'll see what happens later down the line. Next round of the FA Cup, we are taking on Bristol Rovers. We have the final of the Carabao Cup coming up. We obviously have Champions League, with the playoffs to come up first for these guys. And really no interesting battles between maybe Napoli and Borussia Dortmund in that one. So we'll see what happens in that regard. But our schedule for next episode is actually quite insane. We have Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Those will probably be the 3 games we play in Monday's episode. We won't be worrying about the Carabao Cup final until probably maybe Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see what happens there. Until then, though, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all Monday. Peace out.